FedEx Field over Maryland. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Washington football team taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a man who's taken a long and courageous road back to the NFL, their veteran quarterback, Alex Smith.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Smith, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now it's Smith, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And what a sophomore season he had for the Cardinals. Pretty much swept every major quarterback award, including the Heisman Trophy. And we spend a lot of time talking about his legs. Formidable. He can run the ball like few others, but the key to everything for him is the ability to be accurate from the pocket.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield, to be able to get him in? That's what I call a steal.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Jackson.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 26 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On second down now, it's Gibson, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
On first down, Smith. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Smith. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Third down, Smith. And that will be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On third down, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Dez Bryant.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And Jackson throwing once more. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw on third down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 10.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
At the 29-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Smith. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
At the 40.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down at the 40.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
10-0.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
On 3rd down, Smith. Flushed out right. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with McKissick. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 19. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down.
The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to make this a close game again. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
J.K. Dobbins.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 42 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
It's good to make it 17-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Throwing again is Smith. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 43. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down and 12.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
Ravens 17. Washington 10.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 33-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
15.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Jackson on first down. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Ravens first down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the
Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Jackson now, operating from the gun. Quick slant to Brown. A gain of 7 that time, second goal. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And the lead is up to 14.
His kick is
so that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Washington 10. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29.
Coming back out to take the field, Mark Andrews and company. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner.
And defensive have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days because when they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, you either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them, and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy.
And now?
Now, when they split out, detach from the line of scrimmage, you put a linebacker out there, they're often too elusive for them. Shake them and get into the secondary too easily before someone else can try and pick them up.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
2nd and 11 now. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this.
Right now, of everything that was discussed at the half, just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kick is good.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
10. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barber. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Got an open man, it's Harmon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Antonio
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, here's Smith. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
8 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Barber on 1st and 10. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the 34-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing is Smith. And that's incomplete.
Smith's pass incomplete on the throwaway. He was covered by Patrick Queen.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, Smith. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
24-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Smith. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
A carry for Barber. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. 31. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
For Washington.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Dobbins. And he's got this down to the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
A gain of 14. First down, Ravens.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a carry for Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. That catch good for only a couple. He got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. On 4th down, Smith. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run here with Dobbins. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
At the 6-yard line.
One more time with Dobbins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Eluding the pressure right. He can run, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Baltimore.
A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be #1.
It should be #1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
The Washington offense back out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Check. 53's Mike. Check.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.